Hey everyone, welcome to this explainer. Today we're stepping right into a seriously high-stakes world where age-old risk completely collides with cutting-edge tech. We are unpacking the brilliant insights from Herman Strange's book, Betting with Caution. Now, Strange argues that gambling today, it's no longer just about rolling dice in a smoky room or, pulling a lever on some clunky mechanical slot machine. Instead, it's this highly engineered, sophisticated intersection of human psychology and advanced machine learning. He literally takes us behind the curtain to show how these invisible, algorithmic forces are creating unprecedented opportunities, but also incredibly sophisticated new dangers for the modern player. It's a truly fascinating look at the new rules of engagement. Okay, let's dive right into this roadmap. We're going to start with the baseline gambling landscape, venture into the dark side of its psychological pitfalls, and then unpack why AI is a massive double-edged sword. Finally, we'll arm you with practical strategies for responsibility before peeking into the future of betting.
Section 1. The gambling landscape. Understanding the baseline.
So, at its core, gambling is really the ultimate test of risk versus reward. And today, that takes so many forms, from the strategic depths of poker and sports betting to lotteries and that massive, constantly accessible world of online slots. But there is a huge divide here that Strange really wants us to understand. Games like poker, they actually involve a significant element of human skill, psychology, and strategy against other players. Casino games like roulette or slot machines, however, rely on pure chance. They offer what psychologists call an illusion of control. Like you might be the one pushing the button or picking the numbers, but statistically, you're entirely passive. And here's the golden rule you have to remember. In games of chance, the mathematical advantage absolutely always leans towards the house. And that brings us to the actual math behind every single bet. The house edge is basically the casino's built-in profit margin. Let's say a game has a 5% house edge. That means over the long run, we're talking thousands and thousands of plays. The casino statistically pockets 5 cents of every single dollar wagered. On the flip side, the return to player, or RTP, is what you get back. In that same example, the RTP is 95%. Understanding these odds is your absolute first line of defense. You aren't just playing some colorful, exciting game. You are stepping into a rigorous mathematical model built specifically to generate revenue. Sure, in the short term, variance means anyone can win. But over an infinite timeline, the math is undefeated.
Section 2. The dark side. Psychological and financial pitfalls.
But what happens when that cold mathematical model totally hijacks human emotion? Well, the thrill of a potential win triggers this massive dopamine rush in your brain. It's actually the exact same evolutionary reward system activated by eating a delicious meal or falling in love. Strange points out something incredible here. Even a near miss lights up the brain's reward centers almost exactly like a jackpot does. It literally tricks your brain into feeling like it's winning. And for some people, this system gets entirely short-circuited. Problem gambling is a severe behavioral disorder where chasing that chemical high completely derails a person's financial stability, their personal relationships, and just their overall ability to function in daily life. And this addiction is heavily fueled by cognitive distortions. We get overconfident, we start trusting lucky shirts and weird superstitions, and worst of all, we chase our losses. The absolute biggest trap Strange highlights is the gambler's fallacy. This is that completely irrational belief that previous outcomes somehow influence future independent events. Imagine you flip a coin and get 5 tails in a row. You might feel absolutely certain that you should bet the house on heads because it's quote-unquote due. But the coin doesn't have a memory. The odds of heads on that next flip are still exactly 50-50. The universe doesn't owe you a win, but believing it does creates this vicious, self-perpetuating cycle that leads straight to financial ruin. If you find this analysis valuable, please like and subscribe to Knowledge Lighthouse to help us bring more truths to light.
All right, Section 3. AI double-edged sword. The technological evolution.
So, artificial intelligence has completely rewritten the rules of the gambling industry. On one hand, it's this massive technological upgrade, right? AI processes mountains of data for highly accurate predictive analytics. It can tailor a completely personalized user experience, and it spots fraudulent behavior almost instantly, which actually makes platforms much safer. But the flip side is genuinely terrifying. We're now dealing with black box algorithms. These completely lack transparency. For example, an algorithm might learn that a specific player is statistically most vulnerable to making impulsive bets on a Friday night, right after a string of losses. It can then precisely target that vulnerable player with a free spin or highly personalized bonus prompt exactly at that moment, just to reel them back in. To see this immense power in action, just look at modern sports betting. The romanticized idea of a sharp human bettor crunching numbers in a notebook, yeah, that's fading fast. A human places a bet based on a gut feeling, team loyalty, or recent performance stats. But a machine learning model, it instantly digests decades of data, micro-weather patterns, granular historical performance trends, and even minute player injury reports in literally milliseconds. It predicts game outcomes with this cold, staggering precision that human intuition simply cannot compete with. The playing field is fundamentally unequal now.
Section 4. Strategies for responsibility, staying safe and profitable.
So, given all that, how do you actually survive and, potentially thrive in this high-tech environment? Strange lays out a definitive survival guide. Step 1. Set absolute, non-negotiable limits on your time and money before you even open an app or walk onto a casino floor. Decide what you're willing to spend as a pure entertainment expense, just like buying a concert ticket. Step 2. Manage your bankroll like a business. Budget meticulously and ruthlessly kill the emotional urge to chase your losses. And step 3, fight fire with fire by actually using AI tools to your advantage. And honestly, here is where the script beautifully flips. The very same AI that tracks your habits can actually be used to protect you. Modern platforms are now deploying frictionless tools like facial recognition to automatically enforce self-imposed bans. Algorithms can track your behavior to instantly lock your bankroll the second you hit a predetermined limit. Or they might send you a push notification reminding you to step away and take a breath. It's a brilliant, high-tech safety net. It offers strict accountability without the heavy stigma or awkward conversations of traditional interventions. Section 5. The future of betting. What's next?
The industry is evolving at breakneck speed right now. We're looking at the imminent rise of fully immersive virtual reality casinos. The seamless, almost invisible convenience of voice-activated betting right through your living room smart assistant, and the bulletproof transparency of blockchain technology. But as these massive trends explode into the mainstream, it becomes super clear that regulatory bodies must proactively step up. They absolutely have to ensure transparent AI usage so the tech actually serves and protects the player, rather than just enriching the house. Which leaves us with a truly provocative question. As algorithms become better at predicting our behavior than we are, who is really playing the game? Us or the machine?
Understanding this invisible math, the psychology behind it, and the algorithms dictating the odds is your absolute greatest advantage. If you want to master these strategies, protect your bankroll, and truly understand the invisible forces at play in this new era, you need to read the full text. For the complete deep dive, own the paperback. Get your high-quality paperback edition on Amazon via the link in the description. Add it to your collection today. Please share this video and check the description for more.